driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yay, I did all the sharing in 40 seconds. Well, the groups anyway. Oh, hello. All right. Tomorrow I get to go hang out with Adams County. It's a coalition meeting tomorrow. I need prayers from everybody to make sure I get up on time. Because Stacy's going with me. If I don't get up on time, she'll be there alone and she don't know nobody. Can't do that to her. So, yeah, I'm going to have to pray before I go in there. No, let's rephrase that. I'm going to have to show some respect. Yeah. Funny how that stuff fits and sits right in there. Hi, Patricia. It's good to see you on. Yeah. So, yeah, I get to go hang out with them. We're deciding what we're doing with all the money. Right? And I'm, you guys know me. I'm about recovery. But they want to settle some social things first, like economic and housing, and that all goes towards helping people with addiction. They don't know that yet, but it helps people with addiction to reintegrate back into society, which is very important for us. We hadn't been a part of society. So we need to do things like that. They put out some new backgrounds. You guys want to see them? This one's kind of cool. Woo! Now everybody will be watching that instead of me. See, this one's neat. I like stuff like that. Ooh. Distracting. Here, one more. We'll do one more. All right. That got us to the 3-minute mark. Yeah. I'm just playing around with stuff. Welcome to Daily Trudge. And I don't like it. See, if I have that stuff in the background, my people would just get caught up in that and they wouldn't even listen to anything. I know it looks cool, huh? It's pretty cool. All right. And if you're here, please say hello. Yeah, it was between this or being passive aggressive. Those were the two topics I had thought of. I kind of felt like respect goes along with being assertive, which is the opposite of being passive aggressive. All right. And there's a lot of different types of respect that we can have. But the biggest respect, see, people are like, respect is earned. You know what respect is? Accepting somebody for exactly who they are. What is that? That's unconditional love, my friends. They're the same thing. All right? Let's look up respect. I'll bet I'm right. Definition of respect here. Definition of respect.
Here's the definition of respect. A feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements.
Yeah. Due regard for the feelings, wishes, rights, or traditions of others, right? So being, like family traditions and respecting those family traditions. Admire deeply as a result of their abilities, qualities. What is the true meaning of respect? Respect means that you accept somebody for who they are, even when they are different from you or don't agree with them. guess what? Respect is not earned. It's given. It's given. All right? The beautiful people. The beautiful people. The beautiful people. The beautiful people. I'm going to probably go listen to some Marilyn Manson after this. Man, that song's stuck in my head. Don't forget the violence. Okay. So in the meeting, we were talking about something like this. And the meeting was about sometimes we don't understand normies. Then the last one is, yeah. Yeah, where he played, not Evan Almighty, but the other one. Yeah, it was one of the Almighty ones. Those are pretty funny. Those are pretty funny. Let's talk about Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is fantastic. He's one of the coolest freaking people in the world. I wasn't big on his acting. His comedy's all right, but as a person, man, Jim Carrey has it, man. He really does. He really does. So why are we big on respect? Probably because we haven't had any. Did we really, and Adam Sandler on whose movies? On the Almighty movies. I get confused. All right. Okay, let's talk about Drew Barrymore, the fakest person around. There we go. She is. She's horrible. She's horrible. No. Yeah, like it's hard to confuse you. Drew Barrymore, and of course I love her because she's a child of God. Okay, but her coming out and saying that she just realizing that she is just now an alcoholic is bullshit. She was in treatment the same time I was when I was 15, and we were the same age. She's been dealing with this for a long time. So when she comes out and she says things like that, it's bullshit. And that's why I don't like her. That's why I don't have any respect for her. I just don't. Right? Anyway, you can do it. So respect is about understanding, because for me growing up, I was picked on a lot. It still happens, man. I still get called names. It's like, God, it's wearing. And it gets old. I'm tired of hearing other people talk shit about other people when they're not around. I have a rule, and I've followed this rule for a long time. I will not say anything about you that I won't say to your face. No. Hey, we grew up in a different age where if you needed to tell somebody something, you told them to their face. Hey. There's a Timex Social Club that have that song called Rumors. Stop spreading those rumors around. Man, I should have just put on some music where you sit here and dance, but then my video would have been taken down. Maybe we'll do that next time. We'll just all come on here and have a dance party. We don't even need to go live. That'd be fun. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, let's talk a little bit about gossip, man. Because it does. I'm going to tell you, it happens. Oh, yeah. Oh, buddy. Not so much as in the Zoom rooms, though. Not so much in the Zoom rooms. But when people leave those meetings from the and they come in, and then they leave, and, they'll stick together, and that's when they'll start talking, or maybe they go to dinner. You'll hear things like, stay away from that person. They're toxic. I'm going to tell you something. If somebody calls somebody else toxic, what are they saying behind your back? Who's the real toxic person? Hey, make your own decisions, man. Don't judge a book by its cover. That's unfair. That is unfair because we all know that there's a 90% chance that cover is fake. We know that. Let them have it. Let them have it. Maybe this person's an introvert. Hey, I'm kind of an introvert. I know people don't believe me, but I am. Hey, if you invite me somewhere, I don't want to ride in your car. You ride in mine, but we're leaving when I say we're leaving. But somebody that is introverted is not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that. Because they don't want to hurt your feelings. You're their friend. They don't want to hurt your feelings. Okay? So maybe say to your friend and make it be okay. Hey, you know what? Do you need your own car? Because if so, I get it. And give it to them. Give it to them. Then that way, next time, they'll tell you the truth. Because they know that you can handle it. But they don't want to lose friends because we're going through things, and I'm sorry, but when I get to a point where I'm done with people, I don't want anybody around me. I don't want nobody around me. There's a lot of people going through a lot of different things out there. And we don't know what's going on with them. They're just like us. They're zoned in onto what it is that they're doing, and that's what they're going to do. And you have to allow them to have it. Good, bad, or indifferent. It's not my choice. It's not my choice. We did tradition 3 yesterday, right? And it was the same thing, talking about whether they let this person in or not that had something aside from alcoholism, which was stigmatized much worse, is what it says. People go through this stuff, right? I mean, for the most part, people would not know that I'm diagnosed with other things unless I tell them. Some people might be able to figure it out, but for the most, no, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know that every night I have horrible, horrible nightmares. You don't know that. You don't know that 80% of my day I'm in anxiety. Yeah. Now people tell me, oh, you're lucky. You get to stay at home. And you know what? I don't get to have any fun with friends. I don't get a lot of stuff because of that. So I would probably be very, very careful on how you judge people. So for us, because I know us here, we were all picked on. We were put down. So we understand respect a lot differently than other people. And they're not going to understand it because they haven't been through what you've been through. So they can't understand it. Give that to them. Let them remain naive about that. You can't change that. What, do they need to go through a life of living hell in order to find God? No, they do not. That is not a requirement. Unless you're an alcoholic. Then we call that comes with the territory. So, just because somebody might have a different view than me or a different opinion does not make them a bad person. Okay? I'm talking in generalizations. If we got into particulars, then this would go much differently. What's the golden rule? Treat others as you would want to be treated. Right? Isn't that? Yeah. That's the golden rule. Now, you have to think a little bit further, right? It's like love languages. people have different love languages. My love, so how you approach a person might be different. I would highly recommend going and reading the 5 love languages. It's not just about your own intimate relationship. When you understand love languages, then you'll talk to somebody and you'll know their love language based on their personality type, because it always matches. And then you don't even need to ask how they need to be loved. You just do it. So when I say that loving people appropriately, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. See, there again, what did I do? I'm meeting them where they're at. And what is that? That's respect. It's unconditional love. Respect is unconditional love. Right? Just like bullshit, rumors and shit talking dies with me. It's not going to go beyond me. It's not. And there's been plenty of times people like, oh no, you want to stay away from that. And I talk to that person, they're a lot like me. Now, do I stop being friends with a person that talks shit? No, I do not. No. I let them watch me what I did so that they can go, maybe I was wrong. And let them figure that out. Okay? That's just living by example. And that's respectful of everybody, is it not? So it's going to be pretty hard to give respect if you don't have any. But the best way to start getting respect is by giving it, just like everything else in this program. Okay? I was working for one person. It was ending at this point. And they said, I demand respect. Good luck on that. Okay. I mean, if you really wanted to say it right, it would be actually, I command respect. I mean, if you really want to get into the egotism, come on, let's use the right word at least. Yeah. And this person is regarded as a good person in the recovery field. Weird. Run around demanding that respect. I demand that you respect me. What are you going to do? Yell me into respect? Yeah. That's called passive aggressive. When people do not have respect for others, they become very passive aggressive. Let's talk about that for a second, then I'll wrap it up. Passive aggressive.
According to Mayo Clinic, passive-aggressive behavior is a pattern of indirectly expressing negative feelings instead of openly addressing them. There's a disconnect between what a person who exhibits passive-aggressive behavior says and what he or she does.
Is gaslighting passive aggressive? Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yeah? No, well, we got that wrong. Their teacher sounds like me. I'm 53. Okay. Show the respect. That's cool. I explained that AA is a lot like kindergarten. You are learning how to become better. Oh, how cool. Well, let them know that their teacher's awesome. The most obvious example of passive aggressive behavior can be experienced when somebody is gaslighting you and being emotionally manipulative. All right. Here's some different signs of passive aggressiveness. The silent treatment. They'll be very vague with you. Procrastination, putting it off. Sabotage. Yep. I almost broke into some Beastie Boys there. Sabotage. Sulking. And playing the victim card. Ooh. What is the most passive aggressive thing to say? Oh, here we are. You're too sensitive. Why are you getting this? Why are you getting so upset? Night, Ingrid. I love you. No offense, but whatever. if that's what you want to do, I hate these things. You want to know one of the probably the worst ones. One of the worst ones when you go somewhere, and this happens in the counseling all the time, right? I'm sorry you feel that way. How patronizing that fucking feels. It is. Nothing, exactly. But cancels out everything that you said. I think you're really cool, but yeah, get your butt out of here. Okay? And the more you know these lines, the more you can catch them. Yeah, I'm not racist, but that's a great example, Ingrid. That's a really good example. Let's put that one up. Yes, perfect example. Okay. So now, to be honest, that's another one. To be honest, people that are passive aggressive, actually, that goes more with gaslighting. So when you say to be honest, what you're saying is usually I lie, but this time I'm being honest with you. That's what you actually said, right? So, all right, I'm getting wore out. So I'm going to go wind down for the day. I have a pretty big day tomorrow. So thank you, everybody, for being here. And wasn't sure why I did this. I don't really need to know why. So irony is very passive aggressive. Yep. Wishing bad karma on somebody is passive aggressive behavior. Well, karma will get them. Who the fuck are you even to say that? I'll get to be, karma will catch up. Yeah, it's still a little. Here's a good way to put it. I stole from Jordan Peterson. I have never once in this world seen somebody actually get away with something. Okay? That's how we can put it. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I respect you. Peace out. And have